Parmalat is part of the Lactalis group of companies. Parmalat in Australia have an annual turnover of 1.4 billion Australian dollars and are one of the largest dairy producers in Australia. The Lidcombe DC site is one of the key DCs in our network. The SAP WM version that has been developed with Icon's assistance has been deliberately designed with the intention of being not only used in our fresh milk DCs but also to be universally capable of coping with other product categories such as cheese, soft dairy and UHT milk.
Initially Parmalat enlisted Dematic to investigate how technology could help them optimise their current processes. The basis of that was an investigation initially on the DC floor for us to look at what was traditionally a paper-based process and how we could implement technology to help speed that up. We investigated a number of different technologies but found that voice picking technology was really what we felt to be the most optimal solution at the time.
We were seeking greater utilisation of our labour, and in order to achieve that we had to have visibility and control of our labour and therefore be able to dictate which tasks the labour were fulfilling at any one time. The disadvantage of the old system was that we didn't have any visibility whatsoever of what our guys were doing on the floor. Now with the WMS solution we have complete visibility at any one time. The added value for voice is really around the hands-free component, not having to put your gun down to pick up a unit or a crate of stock, not having to look down and I guess be able to focus purely on the job. So from a productivity and a safety perspective, there was a real value add to be had there. So the biggest difference I've noticed since Go Live compared to the previous process is probably the degree of organisation in the distribution centre, and it also seems a lot calmer. Doesn't seem as chaotic and the stock seems to move a lot freer around the distribution centre.
When an order drops into the system, operator will pick up the transfer order. He will then go to the location, confirm the check digit that he's at the right location. The system will then tell him to pick a certain amount of crates or units. From there he'll pick it, it'll ask to confirm if he picked the correct amount. He'll then keep doing that till the order's finished.
The Charlie 26A, say ready.
Ready.
Check digit.
63.
Pick 2 crate.
2. Ready.
The Bravo 16A.
We're not only reaching our targets but we're exceeding them. Looking at the Christmas that's just passed, it's been one of our biggest Christmases. The way that we actually handled it, the way that the operation flowed, it was near seamless. The amount of noise that came from external, from our distributors was next to nothing, and a lot of that's attributed to our ability to push volume out in large amounts. Using voice picking, and I think it just kept things a lot more structured. There was a lot more order to it. Overall it was a great Christmas.
The new voice picking process is much better because it's paperless, so we're not carrying paper around with us. It also gives you the OHS benefit of you can see what you're doing. It's also much faster because you don't have to go back after each pick and get a new pick slip. And on top of that you can have 4 or 5 pickers working on the same order, where before we only had 1 or 2 picking.
With the implementation of the new voice picking system, we've experienced a 15% improvement in terms of our litres per man hour. Shipments are allocated and sent to several pickers to the floor. Picking is completed simultaneously, which increases our efficiency and increases our productivity. Due to our increased accuracy, we've experienced a greater relationship with our customers and distributors. Not only from a productivity perspective, but also from a high-performing cultural perspective. The guys have really embraced the change, which I think overall has been a great benefit.
Our plans now are to roll out SAP WM into one of our Victorian DCs in a very aggressive time frame. For a fast-moving picking environment, using voice with your WMS is the only way to go.